Hello mathematicians, here is the video for home connections 49 and 50. I will scroll through the answers at the end. If you're using the video while you do your homework, try to press pause as much as you can to get that brain rolling and then press play again to see if you're right. All right, number one, did you know that there are 40 nickels in a roll of nickels? Fill in the blanks on the ratio table to show how many nickels there are in different number of rolls. So in one roll, there's 40 nickels, just like they just said. Okay, so in 3 rolls, let's see here. Well, if we're multiplying this by 3, then we need to multiply this by 3 as well. 4 times 3 is 12. 0 in the problem, a 0 in the answer. And then I think this one is going to be, it looks like they're adding 40 nickels here, and 40 nickels is the same as 1 roll. So this will be 4 rolls. Okay. I think I see some doubling. If you double this, right here, let me write multiply by 3 up here. Okay, and you don't have to draw these little curvy arrows, but maybe to sort of show what I'm thinking. All right, if we double the number of rolls, that means we need to double the number of nickels. So 160 doubled would be, and I'm using repeated addition, 320. All right, then it looks like from 320 to 400 is 80 nickels. If 1 roll is 40 nickels, then 80 nickels would be 2 rolls. So because they were adding 80 nickels, that's 2 rolls, and that would be 10 altogether. All right, so I was kind of using the top of the ratio table to help me with some of the things further down. Number 2, when people play a game of pool, like with the stick and the balls, right, they often use 15 numbered balls and 1 cue ball for a total of 16. Fill in the blanks on the ratio table to show how many balls there are in a different number of sets. So each set is 16 pool balls. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to use what's up above to help me with what's down below. If we double the number of sets, that means we need to double the number of cue balls. And if we double 16, we get 32. All right, it looks like this got doubled again. 32 doubled is 64. And if I double 2, I get 4. All right, then it looks like we're not doubling. It looks like they just added 1 set. And if you add 1 set, look right up here. 1 set is 16 cue balls, right? So if we add 1 set, that means we're adding 16 cue balls over here. So 64. If we're adding 1 set, that's 16 more for a total of 80. And then it looks like 80, if you double it, you get 160. So if you double the number of cue balls, you've also got to double the number of sets. And if you double 5, you get 10. Hopefully you're getting used to ratio tables. It's just a lot of like good number sense to figure it out. All right, it says list all the factor pairs for 51. Oh my goodness, we have not talked about factors in a while, so we have to think what times what equals 51. All right, now I know the one that definitely works. And let me get my next color here. I know that 1 times 51 will work, and 2 is not going to work because 51 is not even. Does 3 work? 3 times 15 is 45. What's 3 16s put in a row? Hold on, guys. I think 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18. Ooh, that's close. What's 3 17s? 2, 3, 4. Oh my goodness. There are more factors for 51. 3 17s. 3 times 17 equals 51. Okay, that is a really hard one to do. Let me rewrite this. Okay, ready? 1. Hold on. Get my marker up here. Okay, 1 times 51 and 3 times 17. So those are the factor pairs, or the factors. And you also could write them in pairs. So like 1 times 51 and 3 times 7. So that would mean, I know it doesn't ask us to do this, but let's go ahead and write that it's a composite number, right? All right, because it has more than just 1 times 51. Somewhere under the rainbow, factors fly. To get a product, they're the numbers that you multiply. All right, 42. Definitely 1 times 42, because duh, 1 always works. I know that 2 will work because 42 is even, so 2 times 21. Does 3 work? 3 times 15 is 45. Is it 3 times 14? What if you put 3 14s together? Oh, it does. Okay, so 3 and 14. These are really hard. If you are having a hard time thinking of all of these are kind of hard numbers, just because nobody really knows their facts of 14 very well, right? Okay, 4 doesn't work because 4 times 11 is 44, not 42. 5 doesn't work because it would have to end in a 0 or a 5. 6 works. Does 7 work? Yep, and 7 is already up there. So once we start repeating, we know we've gotten them all. And don't forget that you can also write them like paired up like this too. 3 times 14, which was the hardest one to get, I think, and 6 times 7. Definitely making 42 a composite number. Remember, it's only prime if it's 1 and itself. Okay, let's look at page 50. Draw a sketch to help you solve each problem situation. Label your sketch with the correct unit and show your thinking. Bryce has a rug that's 14 decimeters by 16 decimeters. Find the area of their rug. Okay, so decimeters are not really used too much, especially in 4th grade, but it's 10 centimeters is what a decimeter is. Okay, so I'm going to label this 14 decimeters and label this 16 decimeters. And we've got to figure out the answer. So I think I'm going to use an area model. It almost looks like an area model already. I'm going to draw 14 on the side, and then I'm going to draw 16 across the top, and then fill in the sections. 10 times 10 is, whoops, I almost wrote 60. 10 times 10 is 100. Here's my 10 times 6 is 60. 4 times 10 is 40. And then 4 times 6 is 24. And we just need to add these sections together. So 60 and 40 is 100. Plus that 100, I'm at 200. Plus 24 is 224. So 224. And you can either write square decimeters like that, or you could write decimeters with a little tiny 2 after it. So either of those labels would be accurate. Okay, so I just did 14 times 16, and I was feeling area model. All right, number 6. Kim's bedroom is 13 feet long and 11 feet wide. Find the area. Okay, so 11, I always like to put the smaller on the side by 13. Okay, 11 feet by 13 feet. Now, you could do an area model, but I'm going to do this one on purpose, just a little bit different, just to remind you of all the different ways you can multiply. So instead of 11 times 13, I'm going to do break apart, and I'm going to break apart 11 into a 10 and a 1, because 10 is super easy and 1 is super easy. So instead of 11 times 13, I'm going to do 10 times 13, which is 130. Right? Just add a 0. And then 1 times 13, which is 13. And then we just add it together to get a final answer of 143. So 143. And if you did an area model, you'll have gotten the same thing. 143 square feet You could also write feet with like a little tiny 2 after it because we did length and width. Okay, moving on. Ibrahim and Jade both ran a marathon. Ibrahim finished in 4 hours, 6 minutes, and 13 seconds. 4 hours, 6 minutes, and 13 seconds. Jade finished in 4 hours, 3 minutes, and 18 seconds. Who was faster? Remember, the high score wins in a lot of things, but in golf and running, it's the lowest that wins. So let's see, 4 hours, 6 minutes, 4 hours, 3 minutes. Ooh, that means Jade. Jade was faster. And it says by how many seconds? Okay, so that's going to be one of my answers. I'm going to use a number line. A number line is my absolute favorite way to do time problems. So I'm going to start at Jade's time and watch how I do it. 4 hours, 3 minutes, and 18 seconds. And I'm going to jump up to Ibrahim's time, and how much I jumped is the answer. All right, so I'm going to jump up. Let's see, I'm going to jump up 42 seconds. And if I jump up 42 seconds, because 42 plus 18 is 60, right? 42, 52. Yeah. So that gets me to the next minute. So now I'm at 4 hours, 4 minutes. And I need to jump up 2 more minutes. Hold on, this is not. To get 4 hours and 6 minutes. Okay. And then I need to jump up 13 more seconds to get 4 hours, 6 minutes, and 13 seconds. So I jumped up, let's see, I need to add 42 seconds and 13 seconds first to get 55 seconds, plus I have these 2 minutes. So Jade was faster is my first answer. And by how much? She was faster by 2 minutes and 55 seconds. All right, let me show you those answers. All right, here's page 49. And here's page 50. All right, kids, I will see you in class.